There's an ocean out there somewhere. All that darkness is. Welcome to San Diego. You like the beach? What's happening, everybody? It is Thursday, January 22nd, 2026, and I am out here at Mission Beach, Belmont Park. It's a little free kind of amusement park area here in San Diego. Got a roller coaster, arcade, and some other stuff. And I want to come out here and just kind of hang out and catch some of the lights that show up at night, but it's raining. Well, it's like sprinkling, but everything's closed. I don't even know if I can get inside. I might have it blocked off, but we're gonna see. There's definitely like no activity. Nothing's open. Roller coaster's not running, and the arcade is closed. So I don't know. We're gonna walk through, or at least walk up to it and see if I can get in, and yeah, go from there. Yep, they've got it all blocked off. Crazy. They got these barricades up. I don't know what's going on. I don't remember this place ever being closed at night. I mean, it is the winter. It's not like there's a lot of beach tourism in San Diego in January, but it's kind of crazy that it's blocked off. There's a big ass chair. Huh? Yeah. Pretzels. Yeah, they have like got this whole place on lockdown. It's crazy. They really don't want anybody coming in here at night. It's not like it's late. It's like 7 o'clock at night. So anyway, that's okay. I don't really have a lot to do here anyway. I was just kind of looking for something to do on a Thursday night. Can't win them all. Used to come to this place a lot when I was in my 20s. Used to be called Canes though, and I think it's a completely new building too. I think they tore down what used to be here. Now it's something called Draft, or if that's just telling you they have draft beer, I don't know. But yeah, it used to be called Canes Bar and Grill. This fucking music sucks. Yeah, so like I was saying, that place used to be called Canes Bar and Grill, and went there a lot in my 20s. They used to do that's where all like the punk bands used to come. Punk, alternative, ska, all those bands, they would come to Canes Bar and Grill, and you'd, you know, see the Aquabats. Well, I saw a bunch of people there. Aquabats. I saw No Effects there. Seen Agent 51 pivot to San Diego bands. Saw Slick Shoes there. Man, the Vandals. I saw the Vandals there 3 or 4 times. Who else? The Ataris. I remember we saw the Ataris there, and the crowd fucking hated them, and they're just booing them and treating them like shit. And the singer for the Ataris was just like, "You guys might not like us, but the guys in the Vandals like us." And everyone was like, "Boo, fuck you." It's pretty funny. Okay. Yeah, I spent a lot of time at Mission Beach, Belmont Park when I was in my 20s, or late teens, early 20s, just out of high school. We would come down here. This was like our beach, right? We would hang out, you know, you'd eat a fucking pretzel, you'd play some carnival games. There's an arcade, you know, you'd do some stuff there. But mostly you just hang out at the beach and you fuck around and, you know, do beach stuff. But the other big reason to go to Mission Beach and Belmont Park was to go to Canes, and you go see
whatever band was in town. So I remember the first time I went to Canes was to go see the Aquabats. They're like my favorite band. Coming out of, you know, the last couple years of high school, there were two bands that I just loved more than anything, and that was MXPX and the Aquabats. Those were like my two favorite bands in the world, right? And so after I graduated high school and I got a job, I had a little bit of money, I started going to concerts, going to shows. And like I said, the first Canes show I went to was the Aquabats. I had a great time. You know, one of the first, it wasn't the first kind of punk alternative show I'd ever gone to. That one was the band, the San Diego band called Dogwood, and they opened up for POD. If you know are familiar with POD, they had a few hits in the late 90s, early 2000s. So yeah, so that was my first punk hardcore show, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, my first show at Canes was the Aquabats. Had a great time. It was right after the Floating Eye of Death album came out, so I believe that was 1999. Yeah, it was a fun time. Loved it. Loved going to Canes, and that kind of became our place that we would go to when we wanted to see groups. So like I said, we would see, you know, saw the Vandals there a whole bunch of times, a lot of local San Diego bands, any kind of touring national punk band that came through stopped there. So, you know, you would see, you know, Strung Out, you see the Bouncing Souls, you see all these, you know, Fat Records bands, Epitaph bands, if you're familiar with those record labels. That's who you would see at Canes. Later on, when I would be in a band of my own, I used to be the lead singer in a punk band called I Like Girls. We talked about it a couple times on this vlog before. We did eventually get a chance to play at Canes. It was part of this big Battle of the Bands kind of thing. A bunch of local groups got together. We went out and sold tickets, and people came, and you know, it was just a bunch of teenagers and early 20s people hanging out in this club and watching a bunch of their high school buddies and, you know, college buddies play on a big stage. So so it was a lot of fun. We didn't win, but we made a lot of really great friends there. Other bands that we became friendly with, and we ended up doing shows with around the county. One band in particular was this group called Fever Sleeves. Sorry, not Fever Sleeves. They later changed their name to Fever Sleeves. They're called No Sense, and we just had a similar sense of humor. Our band was very jokey, very, very non-serious about the whole music scene, and we just thought it was kind of hokey. Just you know, people who took themselves too seriously, we just didn't. That wasn't what we were all about. We were about fucking having fun and shit, or whatever. I don't know. You know, looking back on it now, we were probably a little too cynical, but you know, that's how you act when you're in your early 20s, late teens, early 20s. So anyway, where I'm going with this, the guys in No Sense, we became good friends with them, and we would play shows around the San Diego County with them, and we met other bands through them. This group called Slap On Sam, this group called Glitch, and we all just kind of were buddies. We did a lot of shows together. Anyway, eventually they would become, like I said, they would become the group Fever Sleeves, and they were moderately big in San Diego, bigger than my band ever got. Yeah, so it was a good place. Even though where I was going with this, even though we didn't win the Battle of the Bands, we still made a bunch of friends there, people who I still, you know, talk to today. Yeah, some 20 years later now. It's been it was a great event, and helped bring us closer to the local San Diego community, because at that point, the band I was in, we were mostly playing the southern part of San Diego County, and at this event at Canes, we met bands from all over San Diego, the northern, eastern, you know, parts of the county, places we didn't know, that we didn't go to. I really don't know where I'm going now at this point. I'm just kind of aimlessly driving around trying to figure out something to talk about. Looking at cars. It is nice to just kind of get in the car and drive. I'm not gonna lie. I do like the solitude of being in my car. I like the quiet. Normally I'm listening to music, and I really love just kind of quietly listening to the music I like. I see an ambulance behind me. I don't know if it's coming my way or if it's turning. Oh, it's turning. Okay, it's turning. Thank goodness. I don't remember where I was going with everything I was saying, but suffice to say, I just like being in my car. I like being alone. I like solitude. That's not to say that I don't like being around people, or that I don't like hanging out with friends, being around Kelly and Enid. I love being around people, but I also love being alone. I love the opportunity to just not have anyone bug me for anything. And I will say that driving at night is among my favorite times of driving, because I love all the pretty colors, pretty lights. How silly is that? I'm like a toddler. I'm like, ooh, pretty lights. But everybody's tail lights, they're red, they're pretty. The traffic lights, you got your red, your yellow, and your green. Buildings are lit up, and especially during the holidays, everybody's got their Christmas lights up, and it's just driving at night is fun. I really enjoy it. My favorite time to drive is really super early in the morning, right at like 3-4 o'clock in the morning. Especially if you're gonna go on a big road trip somewhere. Like when I go to Vegas, if I drive to Vegas, I like to leave super early, just because I hate traffic. I absolutely hate being stuck in traffic. And two, you get there a lot faster, and you've got a whole day ahead of you. So leave 4 o'clock in the morning, maybe 5 if you really want to sleep in a little bit. Yeah, drive to Vegas from San Diego, leave at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's incredible. Should I hear that? Oh, ambulance on that side. There's a lot of ambulances going by tonight. Like I said, it is raining here in San Diego, so when the rain comes, people fucking lose their minds. They have no idea how to drive in the rain. It's bizarre. Just a couple more days until we fly out for our trip to Orlando, and the anxiety has not subsided in any way. I am still just real nervous about flying, man. I cannot stress how much I hate getting in an airplane. I hate doing it. I hate doing it. Everything's gonna be fine. Nothing's gonna go wrong. But I hate flying in an airplane. I do. And it's bad enough if I'm flying away by myself. If I take a trip somewhere. Speaking of going to Vegas, I have friends out there, and we go visit him. Me and my friends will go out and fly, just because it's obviously it's way quicker to fly to Vegas than it is to drive there. It's about a 5-6 hour drive, or a 45-minute flight. Come on. Obviously we're gonna fly, but yeah, if I'm flying by myself, I'm Jesus, I'm nervous enough. But at least if I died on the plane, it's just me. It was just me who died, right? Kelly and Enid would be very sad and all that, but I'm the only one who died in the airplane, right? When I'm flying with both of them, it makes it even more intense and anxious anxiety ridden, because if we crash, then they're dead too. And it was my fault, because I'm the one who's like, we should go to Disney World, you know? So it just, I don't know why I get in my head about these things, about airplanes, about flying. Again, there's nothing that's going to happen. Everything's going to be totally fine. And, I don't need to worry. Airplane travel is way safer than car travel. I just told you, I've seen ambulances all night driving because people are crashing, I'm sure, in the rain because they're stupid. Yeah, so if I'm putting this negative energy in the air, and then that makes me even more anxious, because I'm like, well, now I'm tempting fate by saying I'm not going to die in this airplane, because now fate's going to be like, oh yeah, you think you're not going to die? Check this out, motherfucker. Crash, you know? And I'm just like, fuck, dude, why did I say that we weren't going to die? Or why did I say I was? Because now I'm putting negativity out there. It's... All I can do is just understand that there are things in the world that are out of my control, and I just have to accept it. Everything's gonna be fine. Just keep saying to myself, everything is going to be fine. Nothing will happen. Nothing will go wrong. It'll just be a normal, routine flight that goes up in the air and lands safely on the ground. That's it. Just... I hate flying. I just drove by another concert venue that my band used to play at a lot. I'm in an area of town called North Park right now, and there used to be a bar here called Scolari's Office, and our band played there quite a bit. Mostly, I think, because they didn't card. And so our guitarist, his girlfriend, who was not 21 at the time, she could get in and come see us play because they didn't give a shit. That bar, Scolari's Office, is no longer there. It is now a new place. I think it's Coin Op now, or maybe. Well, so after it was Scolari's Office, it became just a place called The Office. And I haven't been down there in a little while, but I do know that there is a Coin Op there. And that's a bar where you have there's a bunch of like old arcade games that you can play. Very, very hip, very cool. But yeah, Scolari's Office, that was a place we played at a whole bunch. I remember one year we did a Halloween show at Scolari's Office, like on Halloween, and so we all came dressed up. I remember I was dressed up as a zombie. I believe our drummer Tony was a bee. Art, the guitarist, was a girl. he just came dressed as a girl. He had big old fake boobies and a wig and all that. God, I can't remember what Dan was. Maybe Dan was the bee. I don't know. I don't remember. This is a while. This was like, I don't know, 15 years ago. No, more than that. Good God. Like 16, 17 years ago. Jesus. Anyway. I remember at that Halloween show, we played with this band called Secret Apollo. And again, they were another band that kind of had a similar sensibility as far as our humor goes. They were a very silly band also. Yeah, they were cool. We played with them a couple of times. I think they were a little older than us. So like, sometimes that will factor into things, and how other bands hang out with you. But yeah, Secret Apollo, those guys were cool. Actually, well, it was two guys and a woman. Two guys and a girl. So that was obviously very cool. You had a girl in your band. Yeah, Secret Apollo. I haven't thought of that group in a long time. I wonder what those people are up to. Well, I've been out on the road for long enough. I think got a little bit of stress out of my system. It was nice, just relaxing in the car with my thoughts, talking to the camera. So I'm gonna head home. And on that note, let's talk about the song I've been thinking of. And like I said earlier, I was talking about Canes, going to Canes a lot when I was younger. So I've been thinking about the song Super Rad by the Aquabats. Again, the Aquabats were hands down my favorite band in the later part of my high school years. Some people might argue MXPX if they knew me, but it was always the Aquabats. MXPX kind of got me into punk and ska and alternative, but it was the Aquabats that I really latched onto. Again, I talked about how the band I was in, I Like Girls, had a lot of humor. Obviously, our name was very humorous. It was a kind of a commentary on how all of these pop punk bands at that time, all their songs were just about girls and how much they loved girls or how much they hated girls and how girls were the worst and bleh. So we were like, we're just gonna fucking get right to the point. I like girls. We like girls. We're a pop punk band. We like girls. Our songs are about girls. And so, you know, very tongue-in-cheek. Anyway, so, yeah, the Aquabats, absolutely my favorite band. Saw them a whole bunch all through my 20s, my 30s. I love the Aquabats. If the Aquabats come to San Diego, I'm there. If the Aquabats are in Orange County, I might be there. I love the Aquabats. So, Super Rad by the Aquabats. First song off of their second album, The Fury of the Aquabats. Yeah, I'm a huge fan. I almost forgot the name of the album. So anyways, that's the song I'm thinking of today. Super Rad. Go check it out. Go listen to the Aquabats. They're great. And yeah, that's going to be it for me tonight. Hopefully you were able to see me somewhat good in the lights out here from people's cars and traffic lights and things like that. And I hope you have a wonderful Friday, if you're watching this on Friday. If you're watching this on a different day of the week, I hope you're having a great day on that day of the week too. I hope you're having a great day of the week every day, all for the rest of your life. Life is short. Life needs to be fun. Don't take it for granted. Granite? Did I say granite like the rock? Don't take it for granted. And yeah, that's if that's anything I can leave you with, don't take your life for granted. It is the only one you got, so make the most out of it. It's good advice. That's good advice. I gave you good advice. Alright, I better get out of here. I'll talk to y'all later. So long.